What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest gaming podcast on the internet, the One Up Gamescast. I'm one of your hosts, Casting Clay, joined as always by my brother from another mother, the man with the plan, Master Chief in the streets, Master Cheeks in the sheets, Jack Gibb. How you doing, buddy?
Doing alright, mate. Got a new chair, so you know.
What chair did you
alright.
get? What did you get? I forgot to ask. What chair did you
Oh,
get? Secret Lab or something else? Or
no, I've taken potentially a risk. I've gone with the Desky Elite ergonomic chair.
oh, an ergo chair?
Yeah, I think I need it.
No, that's fair enough.
Back could do with it. I went with the mid-range chair. I've been sitting on it for about 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really have much of a review.
Oh, mate, next episode, the review's going to be banging.
Yeah, so far I think it is more ergonomic than my last chair.
Mm-hmm.
That I would say. But my last chair was starting to like fall apart at the seams. The foam was going, the thing was squeaking. So I can't remember how good it was when it was new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, there we go. But yeah, I've gone with the mesh chair. So I've got the mesh back. Hopefully that keeps me a little bit cooler as well, which would be nice.
I like it.
So, yeah,
I like it.
not much to review. They sent me one like, I don't know, 10 days ago. And I followed up a few days ago. And I'm like, hey, update on this delivery. And they sent me a photo of it at the courier's warehouse, just like a forklift had clearly gone through the box and all that. So they kindly sent out another one, which was nice. They got delivered pretty quickly. So yeah, I built it. I don't know. Happy boy. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. You know what I like to think happened with your chair is it's like they got it there. There's a big hole in it, and they've just gone, "What do we do?" It's like just do nothing, and let's hope they just forget about it. And it's like, "Hey, where's the chair?"
Yeah, like, it was clearly sitting in the corner, like no one wanted to deal with it until
Yeah.
someone was nudged to like deal with it. You know what I mean?
100%.
I don't know. Like maybe someone got their ass kicked. I'm not sure. I did not kick up a fuss. I was very lovely. The guy dropped off. I got a couple other things off the website, and the guy dropped them off on Friday or Monday or whatever it was. During the week. And he's like, now for some reason there's only 2 or 3 parcels, and I'm like, I'm well aware. Don't worry about that. He's like, oh, okay, as long as you're aware, no worries. He was sort of a bit like, that's kind of odd, but whatever. And then he came back today, and he's like, oh, I'm back again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, there's the other parcel. And he's like, he said something, and I'm like, I think it fell off the truck. And he's like, oh.
What I love is that clearly proves that he's not the culprit. He had no idea what was going on with that other box. So you only got 2 of the 3, man. I don't know.
He's safe. Yeah.
He's,
He knows I know he's safe.
yeah, he's fully aware. He's all over it. Nah, well, I'm glad your chair arrived, and I'm glad that
The second one arrived ahead of schedule, which tells me they moved. They hustled for me.
Someone at head office seen that photo and they're like, if this guy doesn't have a chair within 48 hours, someone's fired. Like, it's happening.
Oh, look, I'm of the opinion that these things happen. It's how you handle it that
100%.
that matters more. And I would give Desky and the courier both a thumbs up for how they've handled it.
Craig at the warehouse, thumbs down.
Craig,
What were you doing, bro? What were you doing?
Get
You know what I mean? Get off Facebook. Drive the forklift like a man, you idiot. What have you done? No, that's
I would
crazy.
love to see the footage. But anyway,
It's out there, you know what I mean? I was thinking about this the other day, right? You know how we're into dash cams and we watch dash cams a lot. There are so many like work sites or like factories out there with security cam footage of, I reckon, just people falling off trucks and, tripping over shit, driving a forklift into a freaking container, like I'd love to see a YouTube channel just appear one day with like all that footage on there. That would be great.
that'd be hard footage to get, but I would sit there and watch it, that's for sure.
I would watch it. I feel like you'd find some real gem shit in there. Just people being dumbasses on company time and property.
I brought a dash cam like 6 years ago because I was watching so many dash cam videos. But I'm kind of the opinion that if I install it, I'm likely to need it. You know what I mean? It'll be like a magnet. You know what I mean? Like suddenly I'm T-boned,
You've jinxed it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Suddenly you're driving more reckless because you're safe with the cab. I also feel like when someone's in a car and they see someone with a dash cam, there's just like this instinct. If you've got a P plate on, there's just something inside of you that's like, I need to hit that guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Old people are attracted to them. Like,
yeah. There's something about it. I think it's because you look at it more.
Yeah. It's like moth to the flame.
I think I'm pretty consistent, but yeah. Fun times.
Fun.
Speaking of crazy videos, Game Awards coming up.
They are. And we're doing our Game Awards voting tonight. One Up, like we did it last year, We used to do it for the old channel where we would just get together, have a conversation, talk about what we've played, what we haven't played, go through, and just, do our voting. We're going to do it. We're going to have a great time doing it. I'm really convincing myself. I don't know. I'm of the opinion this year that, I don't know, some of these categories are weird. I think there are some categories that need to be put in here. I think there are some that need to be taken out. And I think a lot of the nominees are in the wrong place. And it's very odd. But we will go through and we will have a discussion. Now, full disclosure, there's going to be a lot of games on here that I haven't played. Because this year, more than any year, I feel has been that year of like, damn, I'll get to it. And it's rough time to get to it this year.
Yeah, no, I'm ashamed of myself this year. I'm normally bad, but this year I'm embarrassed.
I've been terrible. I've been buying them.
Yeah, to your credit, yeah.
You know what I mean? I just haven't had a chance to play the damn things. But I promise next year I'll do better. Because I think a big thing that like it's literally in like a lot of the stuff we do. I'm like, hey guys, we do this, and we do reviews. And I've done like no reviews this year. I've done a couple in like the last week. And the thing is, it's like reviews take a lot of time. And when like you're also working like a full-time job and you have 2 children, it's hard to put so much time into something like that. It leads to one video up on the YouTube every freaking couple of weeks, as opposed to trying to get like a couple of videos up a week, because YouTube's that thing of like, if you're not feeding the algorithm, if you're not feeding your channel will die. So I feel like I need to put out subpar content as often as possible. And I'm not saying the reviews are good content, like they're pretty clumsy, but like they do take a lot of work. You know, you got to play the whole game, and then you got to like formulate everything into like one cohesive video, and it's very hard to do. Like, full disclosure, like I think the podcast is a good place to talk about this, because I'm not like, there are 4 to 5 different versions of my Call of Duty review that got chopped and changed to make it shorter, because at one point my review was 40 something minutes long, and it had to be chopped, because no one's going to sit there for that long and listen to a subpar Call of Duty player ramble on about 3 different game modes.
You need to release your Call of Duty review on DVD and then have like the behind the scenes extras with all the cuts.
That can be like when the 1UP Patreon launches, that can be the first like top tier reward, is Kyle's Call of Duty Black Ops 6 review on Blu-ray 4K Ultra HD. Like, it's going to be dope. But yeah, so I'm hoping next year to, like, I think next year, and there will be discussions between Jack and myself, but I know Av's listening, so we're going to let him in on it. I think there will be, like, more of a attempt to make better content, but there probably won't be as much of it. I want to up the quality, not the quantity, and hope that the channel will continue to grow. But... yeah. That will mean that I think it will also allow me the ability and a little bit more time to do stuff like posting to the website daily, which is something that we're trying to do. I've been failing dramatically at it these last couple of weeks. But I
think I agree with everything you've just said. I think, you know, like if the video content slows down slightly but quality increases, I think the website's still that place where we need to keep things daily, keep things up and keep things fresh. And obviously, you know, the videos go up on the website, so definitely the place to send people as well.
There will be a big, long, fleshed out video talking about the strategy for next year. Because, like, I have, like, ideas, like, for example, like, I want previews to be real previews, you know what I mean? Not just me playing a demo, which is going to happen every now and again, because that's going to be the only opportunity that we're going to have to play some of these games early or get our hands on it. But there have been some opportunities in the last few months where I have been able to play some games early. There's one that I'm playing this weekend that I can't talk about. It's real cool when you sign an NDA. You feel really special. You feel really cool. But then you remember that no one can know. It's like, oh, I'm doing this really cool thing, but I can't tell anybody. But if anybody wants to slip me like $200 into my bank account, I'll tell you what I'm doing. But yeah, other than that, I shouldn't say that, because someone will be like, hey, I'll do it.
I will tell him off.
And I'll be like, hey, make it 400. And I'll let you look.
I'll take the $400 off you.
You would too. You would. I'll take that $400. I hear there's a chair in a bit of a banged up state somewhere up in Queensland. I might take that $400, see if I can get a deal.
I reckon you could.
I reckon I could. But yeah. Game Awards
They were
voting.
fine with me not accepting it, but I think they wanted me to.
Yeah, well, it's like, guys, like, come on. Like, I didn't do
They
it.
were fine about it. I just want to be clear. Like, it wasn't
Craig
like
did it. You know what I mean? Craig is
they
the issue.
actually they have an almost perfect section on their website, so I'm actually looking forward to the chair appearing on there at some point.
Almost perfect.
Yeah,
I should email them being like, yo, the Gib chair, hit me up.
There's two of my chair in the almost perfect section, but I don't know if it says what's wrong with it because one's 400 and one's 320. So
Yo, I pulled that $400 out my ass. I may just be like bang on with how much this chair's going to be. That's sick.
that's the almost perfect one, 400. It doesn't say what's wrong with that. I wonder if it's mine. That's so funny.
We should send them an anonymous email being like, we just want to know what's wrong with this chair. We have a theory that Craig from...
We're specifically interested in the box.
Yeah, specifically want to know what Craig did to this box. Who's Craig? Craig from the
Did I
warehouse.
show you
may
a photo
know.
of it?
Yeah, I've seen the photo.
Oh.
It's a great photo. It's great. It's so good. It's so good. Can I show the photo on the podcast? Like, I'll put it up right now.
I'm not sure. I'll have to talk about it afterwards. I'm not sure because it's like they've given it to me in good faith. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
okay, that's totally fair. It's gonna be up here, guys. I'm gonna do it secretly. All right.
You know what? I can show you.
Yeah. All right. Game Awards voting. We'll talk more one up at a later date. But Game Awards voting. So we're just gonna go through each category. Some of them are gonna be really quick. Some of them there might be a conversation. But yeah, we're gonna get this done. So we put up the nominees up on oneupgames.com the other day. So if you haven't seen the nominees and you want a big list, that's over there. We're going to go through these. We're going to start with Best Esports Team, which is like such a throwaway for us because I think this year more than any other year, I have not watched like any esport at all. I think I watched some Rocket League when we were playing that. We watched some Rocket League esport, but that's about it really. So I guess we could just pick our favorite team or like, hey?
Didn't know you could see my screen when we were playing.
Yeah. Mate, that's what I was talking about. That's all I ever see, mate. I'm just watching constantly. I'm like learning. But yeah, we'll go through the nominees. So we've got oh man. Why can't they have normal names? Like freaking like
Billy, is it?
yeah, Billy's Gaming, Gen G, Navi, T1, and Team Liquid. Why can't they just be like Craig's Mowing or like Jim's Landscaping esport team? You know, like make it easy for me to read. I don't know who Billy is. I know who Gen G is. I know who Navi is. I know who T1 is, and I know who Team Liquid are.
Sounds like Billy might win.
It's so hard when it comes to this because I think another thing that's really interesting is like, who's the best esports team? What do you mean? Do you know what I mean? Like recognizing a specific esports team, not the full organization, judged on the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2024. Like, yeah, but they all play different games. Do you know what I mean? And when you say best, like people are going to look at that as like, who's the best of the best?
Yeah, like are you picking Team Liquid's like specific league team? Is that how it's meant to work? Right. I got no idea. Or you, mate.
We'll come back.
Is this who you would vote for or who you guess is going to win?
Who you would vote for?
Oh, roger that.
Look, I'll come back. I'll go watch some games. I'll come back to this. Let's go to Best Esports Athlete. Another one we're going to come back to, but we'll just talk about the nominees. I know two of these people, by the way. That's it. Oh man, Best Esports Athlete. The Esports Athlete judged to be the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2024, irrespective of game. We have 33. Alexib. He plays Counter-Strike. I know who this guy is actually, so I know three of them. You got Chovy. You've got Faker, who's gonna win. You've got Zywoo, who probably should win because I think he's only got a couple more seasons in him. And you've got...
Can I have a stab?
Yep.
ZM, JJ, KK. I imagine that's how it's said.
Zimjak. You got Zimjak. I want to vote for Zimjak.
Yeah, I feel like if that's actually their name, like it should be in brackets in their like language as well.
Well, his actual name is below. His name is
What's the word
Zhang
below?
Yongkang. Zen Yonkang.
Maybe not on our website.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Zen Yonkang. But yeah, I think Faker's gonna win. But like again,
Right.
like I don't know enough about this, so I'll probably come back and like.
Good to see 6 nominated though. Good
Yeah,
try.
no, that's dope. I think Faker will win. But yeah, no, that's really good. I think it's good. I think it's like I like that the esport. I like that the esport categories are there. I just think they need to be better defined. But yeah, this one I'm definitely voting on. Best esport game. For the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of genre or platform. I want to give it to Counter-Strike. The nominees are Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of the Legends, Mobile Legends Bung Bung, and Valorant. I want to give it to Counter-Strike because I actually did watch a lot of Counter-Strike esports stuff towards the start of the year. And I actually did quite enjoy what I seen. I also I was watching a lot of like streamers watch it as well, and that's also a really good way to like. I think like when they let streamers like stream the esports events and they can sort of like watch with their community, because like I think that helps it a lot. Because there was like a couple of streamers I was watching. Oh, the one streamer that I was watching, his name has escaped me, but I really enjoyed him. He's German. Oh my god. Onopixel is who I was watching. He's great to watch, like Counter-Strike esports. Like when he's watching, he's great. He just gets so into it. So that really adds to it. And I think, yeah, I had a lot of fun watching some Counter-Strike esports this year. So Counter-Strike it is. Next. Now, Jack doesn't know any of these people. Okay, content creator of the year. For a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2024. The nominees are Queso, Elo Juan, Techo Gamers, Typical Gamer, and Usada Pecora, who is a VTuber. Do you know who any of these people are?
No.
Okay. I know 3 of them.
Oh, nice.
I know Asada because I like VTubers and I'm a loser. Typical Gamer I'm aware of. And Queso. But I would like to see these other two's content before I vote. So I think I will abstain from voting at this point. But in saying that, Queso is probably going to win. He has had such a rise this year in terms of like viewer count and relevance. I feel like he's also done a really good job of like not letting, because a lot of his content originally was literally just like people just taking the piss out of him because of his weight and stuff. And he's just sort of like rode that wave to stardom and he did a really good job and didn't let it get to him. So yeah, I think Queso will win. Not really my cup of tea, to be honest. I'm yet to see anything of his that makes me go, yeah, I could watch this guy for like 12 hours a day. But yeah. Sada though, I do like a good VTuber. Okay. Most anticipated game. Recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated. Wow, God, Jeff, what are you doing?
This is the stupidest fucking category.
Yeah. Potential to push the gaming medium forward. The nominees are Death Stranding 2 on the beach, Ghost of Yotei, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. What's your most anticipated game in this list, mate?
So it's fucked for 2 reasons. One, GTA 6 is the most anticipated game, and I would struggle to find someone that would fight you on that. You know what I mean? Like, as if 5 great games. Not disagreeing with that. Most likely going to be 5 10 out of 10s right there. Mm-hmm. But like, come on. Yeah. Secondly, like, this just plays into the problem we have where we get too hyped for a game, we pre-order it, we get excited, and then Battlefield 2042 lands on our lap. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't like this category, but GTA 6 would be my vote, as I imagine would be everyone else's. Or would you vote for something different?
I wouldn't vote for GTA. Out of all these games here, GTA is like at the bottom of my most anticipated out of these.
Really? Yeah. I might be way off base then, but
No.
I feel
You
like
are
it'll be
correct.
my
I am
style.
no. You are correct. I am the weird one. I am the weird one. If
You know what though? I'm probably thinking of it from a mainstream lens. Like GTA 6 is gonna break the economy of the world,
yeah.
but in the gamer landscape, like it's a high quality list right there. To be fair,
What's crazy is I look at this list, right? And I look really hard and I look at GTA 6 and GTA 6 has the most potential to fail.
if anything else fails in that list, life will go on.
Yep, if GTA 6 fails, it's over.
it's I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Don't even say those words, Kyle.
I know.
What would be your most anticipated game though?
Personally, I'm torn. As a Metroid fan, the thought of a new Metroid Prime game has me super excited. But having played Monster Hunter Wilds, I actually just cannot wait to jump back in again. But I understand the gravity of Grand Theft Auto 6, so I'm more than happy for us to cast our vote there if you would like. We can cast it on there.
No, let's go against the grain. GTA 6 will be fine. Doesn't need my vote.
So where do we? Yeah, GTA 6 is going to win, by the way, everybody. So where do we want to chuck it? Because like I could also go Ghost as well.
I reckon we throw our support behind Metroid.
Let's do it. Because like the way my voting works is it goes Monster Hunter and Metroid at number 1 for most anticipated. Then it goes Ghosts. Then it goes Death Stranding because I think that's going to be weird. And then it goes GTA. And I think the reason GTA isn't my most anticipated is because I already know it's going to be good. Do you know what I mean? Like that to me is like oh,
I see what you're saying. Like you're not feeling that hype because you know it's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I know I'm going to jump in and enjoy it. I know I'm going to jump in day one and it's going to be awesome. I know when GTA Online launches, it's going to be terrible, but everyone's going to play it because eventually it's going to be good and we know where it's going. Whereas like Monster Hunter could come out and flop because like it's crazy to me that Monster Hunter World was as successful as it was. Metroid Prime has like swapped hands like 2 times since this game entered development. This could come out and be absolutely terrible. Ghosts has been hit with so much controversy since announcement and people are not happy with it. But it's probably going to come out. People aren't going to play it because they don't like a female protagonist, but it's probably going to be one of the best games of the year. And Death Stranding on the beach, we know what a Death Stranding game is now. So what has he done different this time to sort of like blow our socks off? Whereas like, yeah, GTA I look at and I'm like, this game's going to bang. It's going to be great. Like I have no worries for GTA 6, to be honest, at all.
You know, it says a lot that like games like Project Dark are on this list. Like that, like what's Xbox doing? You know what I mean?
Project Dark, is that? Do you think that comes out next year?
I don't know, man. I'd be just happy if it comes out before I die.
See, the thing is also another thing we need to remember is like they do say that like a lot of these lists come from like a group of like media and stuff getting together and like doing their votes and stuff. But I personally do think Jeff has quite a bit of pull on where stuff like gets nominated and stuff like that. And he is a notorious Xbox hater, bro. Like,
yeah. Like, I think that's just fact at this point. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll sit here and like talk about all the failings of Xbox in the last 10 years. Like, I'm not shy about talking about it. But my goodness, that guy directs people in that way. I don't know. I'm not saying that Xbox deserves to be on this list. I'm not actually saying that. I'm just saying that like Xbox should be gunning for this list. This is a list that they need to like get back on. You know what I mean?
If Perfect Dark was on this list this year of anticipated games, I would probably have put my vote in there.
I would as well. But I don't know if I'm excited for that game because I like it needs to be successful or I want it to be successful. I give a fuck. Like I didn't even play the originals. You know what I mean? So why do I care if it's successful or not? Oh, I just think it looks cool.
It looks great. It looks great.
But they haven't done anything to get it on this list. They've just released half a trailer. Like you know what I mean? Like they need to do more. Don't get me wrong, but it's sort of like it's not a lot of Xbox in this whole fucking list. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't think it's. I like happily blame Jeff, but like I don't really think it's his fault.
No. The majority of the blame lies with them, as it always should, because they are the ones doing it to themselves. I just don't think people like Jeff and a couple others are really helping the issue. When
no, and you just go to his Twitter and like Xbox does something positive, you maybe get a tweet out of him.
Maybe
PlayStation does something like just not even positive, it just kind of like does something, and it's like 14 tweets.
Yeah, like, oh, PlayStation president has gone for shit, successfully dumped load, and he tweets about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Man flushed twice.
Big Whopper had flushed twice. All right. Best adaptation, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game or to another entertainment medium. The nominees are Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft.
Look, I'm too far behind to drop a vote, but what a list! What a luxury to have a list that good.
Great list, yeah,
and that long. I've honestly only watched Fallout, and that was great. Keep another season of that. I know Arcane's going to be perfect. You know,
I'm happy to report that I have started Arcane.
Oh,
I have watched Fallout. I have watched one episode of Knuckles. I have watched Like a Dragon, Yakuza, and I'm halfway through Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft.
Oh, nice.
So I feel like I can. I'm willing to cast a vote. I
do you think?
Fallout.
Yeah, cool.
Because like Arcane had its award.
I'm surprised that Fallout was that good as well. Like I feel like it had the most potential to flop in my opinion.
Yeah. Do you want to know what I'm surprised is on this list? Yakuza.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
It's not great.
Oh, isn't it?
I don't.
You hang on, hold though. Is there a sixth thing to put on this list? Like, is it, you know what I mean? Like, is it just simply, those 5 adoptions this year?
Yeah, I guess.
Adaptations, I mean.
I guess. That's rough. That's rough, man. Because it's not great. Knuckles is funny as hell. I actually can't wait to finish Knuckles. Like, it's pretty good. And I'm really enjoying the Tomb Raider anime. I hope it sticks the landing when I'm done. Fallout's great. Arcane, I have one part left. And I think that it can't be understated that Arcane is amazing. Like, you know what I mean? It's absolutely brilliant. It's great. Season 2 feels really rushed so far.
Really?
Very rushed, in my opinion.
It feels like we waited 7 years for it.
Yeah, but it also, that's the thing, is I feel like they probably could have like got like a couple more seasons, but it's like costs way too much to make, my dude. Yeah. Like, and I don't know. I did see online that like, because like I didn't watch or read anything, and then I started watching it, and I'm like, am I the only one that feels this way? And I started seeing some, like, you've got people that are like, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I did see a few people online being like, yeah, I feel like we should have had a 3rd season that could have wrapped all this up. Apparently part 3 feels really rushed. So that's the one part I haven't seen. So I guess the wrap up at the end feels pretty quick. Which I guess makes sense because they try to hit a lot of plot in this small period of time. But in saying that, so good. The animation's great. The characters are awesome. Like, yeah, it's truly flipped. Like, it's like what the Sonic movie did. You know what I mean? Like, it flipped what a video game movie could be. Mario did it too. I feel like this has flipped what an adaptation can do of like a franchise. You know what I mean? Like, none of the stories truly accurately match up to League of Legends lore, and it's created its own sort of lore, which I think some of these need to do. You know what I mean? Like, in order to sort of like the Sonic movie does. You know, like none of that's canon to any of the games, but I think that's what helps it. You know, it's not bogged down by certain things, but I do think it needs to sort of start pivoting towards that, because there are some great stories there that need to be told, and Donut Lord needs to disappear. But yeah, and I think that's what hurts Yakuza. Is Yakuza was that sort of show that really probably should have pulled from the games more. It doesn't feel like an adaptation of a Yakuza game. It feels like an adaptation. It's like they've tried to just make a crime show. But yeah, I would vote for Fallout because that was amazing. Like, that came out of nowhere and surprised me how good it was. It didn't deserve to be as good as it was.
It's funny, like, I've never touched a Fallout game, and you obviously have, and we both like agree the show's amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
And that's like, you cannot ask for more than that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
This one is going to be hard for us, mate.
What's next?
Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game, genre, or platform. The nominees are Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Look,
I don't like giving it to COD because I feel as good as Black Ops 6 is, and I love Black Ops 6. I love it.
Yep.
But it's like, I don't know, it's kind of just like more COD as well, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm glad we agree. So,
okay, cool.
Helldivers.
Helldivers would definitely get my vote.
So just so you know, I'm going to show you this. We need to play the multiplayer. We need to.
Roger that.
Holy shit. Holy fucking shit, dude.
Is it crossplay or do I need to get it on PlayStation?
I'm not 100% sure. I'll let you know.
We'll Google that later.
But let me say this. I'll wait till we get to a certain category, and then I'll say what I have to say. But Helldivers is I'll give the vote to for sure.
Look, for me, I cannot. I'm going to say something controversial.
Yeah.
I cannot even stand to be in the room with Mario Party. That game drives me fucking insane.
That's not controversial. That's just Mario Party.
I think I'd rather play Tekken 8. And yeah, Warhammer does look good, to be fair.
Tekken 8 is actually really good. I think this is going to be, for someone that's played all these games, this is going to be hard. Because like Tekken 8's actually, as far as fighting games go, it's actually pretty elite. It's really good.
I'm just not a good fighting game person. You know what I mean? I just suck at it so much.
Totally fair.
Look, I'm happy to be swayed, but Helldivers 2, I think for its creativity, deserves a nod.
Yeah, Helldivers was my choice, which is hard because Warhammer. But yeah, definitely. All right, mate. Best sports/racing game for the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game. Nominees are F1 24, EA Sports FC 25, NBA 2K 25, Top Spin 2K 25, and WWE 2K 24.
Did not touch any of them, mate.
Okay, so can I just vote for one?
Sure.
Cool. F1. It was a lot of fun.
Fair.
I love F1 games.
A lot of people said that.
F1 games are so good. And here's the problem, right? Like, I've had this feeling sometimes with like Forza and like Horizon and stuff, but every time I play F1, I'm like, oh yeah, I've totally got space for a racing sim setup. You know what I mean? Like, I've totally got the space for that. Yeah, F1's great. Best sim/strategy game. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. The nominees are Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kitsunagami Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and Unicorn, sorry. I always say unicorn for the word unicorn. Unicorn Overlord.
I only played Manor Lords, so probably not in a great place to vote because heard good things about a lot of them.
Yeah, I didn't play Manor Lords and I didn't play Path of the Goddess, but I have played Frostpunk 2, Age of Mythology, and Unicorn Overlord.
Oh yeah, what's Frostpunk 2 like?
I don't know if I like it more than the first one. It's one of those sort of things, right? Where it's like they've made major improvements over the first. But there was this, I don't know, dude, it's one of those things that's so hard to explain. It's like there was a certain feeling I had playing the first that I'm sort of yet to get with the second. But the thing is I play the second knowing full well that I think this is so much better. Do you know what I mean? Right. But there's this feeling.
Because the first one existed.
Yeah, it's hard, you know? Like, we don't get this awesome game without the first one, and I appreciate the first one a lot. Like, I enjoyed Frostpunk a lot, dude. Like, I bought the board game, like the big Frostpunk board game. Oh, it's so much fun. Yep. Yeah. Frostpunk 2, really good. Age of Mythology Retold, bangs. And Unicorn Overlord, I like all things anime because I'm a weeb, so that works.
I'll let you vote because as good as Manor Lords was, I feel like some of the patches that are in the pipeline are have already helped that game a bit. So
here's what I'll say to you: I think Manor Lords is going to win the category.
Very popular game.
But I kind of want to sling a vote at Unicorn Overlord because I don't think it's going to get the love it deserves.
Yeah, go for it.
But I feel like, having not played Path of the Goddess, any one of these games kind of deserves something because they're all very, very good.
Not a bad year for strategy sim.
Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, it's been better, but it's been worse. Been a lot worse.
Do you think there's any games missing from this category?
No, I don't actually. Okay. I know what you're trying to get at. Stormgate. But I just don't think it's that.
I was just wondering because, like, let's the Stormgate thing. Just the fact that like we've had a lot of them released this year.
Yeah, there was Battle Aces.
Yeah.
There's something else as well, I feel. And obviously Flight Sim missed the cutoff. But
Yeah, Flight Sim as well, which probably would have been in with a freaking shot.
I think, oh yeah, I think Stormgate's good. I just think it needs a bit of time. You know, I would love to see it come back in a year or two and kick No Man's Sky out of the continuous support game.
Yeah, true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, best family game for the best games appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. This is a hard one, Jack. The nominees are Astro Bot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, get out of here, not a family game, The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, and the plucky little squire, mate. The plucky squire. Okay, here's what I'm going to tell you, mate. Here's a spoiler, guys. There's a review coming up for the plucky squire, okay? It's happening. But also,
he's got Astrobot.
I have Astrobot, okay? And oh man, there's some streams coming. That's how good it is. Oh, this is a hard one, dude, because they're all good except for Mario Party. That's so hard. Oh, I think Astrobot deserves it. But Princess Peach was so much fun. And Plucky Squire's great. Oh, I gotta give it to Astro. Shit. Astro gets it. Well done, Astro. Well done, PlayStation. Well done, PlayStation. You released one good game this year and killed another one. Alright, best fighting game. For the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. Okay. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiverses, and Tekken 8. This is another me category, isn't it?
Is it Dragon Ball or Tekken? That's where I think you're going.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You don't think Multiverses is in with a shot, eh?
No, I don't. Am I wrong?
Multiverses is pretty good. Like, it's actually surprisingly good.
I'm probably doing that thing where it's like I'm guessing what people are going to vote for. I don't think people are going to vote for Multiverses, but maybe we are. For
a Smash clone, Multiverses is great. I don't think Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection should be in here because like they're games that have already had their time. It's just a collection of older games. It's like that feels like, hey, we need something in the category. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus fucks. Like Arc System Works know how to make a fighting game, so I'm kind of leaning towards that.
Okay.
But in saying that, this is so crazy that Tekken 8 is just not getting a look in with me right now, actually. That's crazy. In saying that, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, holy shit. If you want to talk about like a return to form for Dragon Ball games, pretty damn good. Tekken 8's going to win the category. So I don't want to vote for Tekken 8. This is the category they're going to take. So I'm between Dragon Ball and Grand Blue. I'm going to go Grand Blue because I've played it more. And that's not Dragon Ball's fault. It's just Grand Blue came out way earlier.
Right.
So in saying that, it's kept me around a lot more. Dragon Ball might keep me around longer, but yeah. Dragon Ball's great. Everybody, play Dragon Ball. Best RPG. For the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. The nominees are Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. This is so... I'm going to say it. Dragon's Dogma 2 doesn't have a shot in hell. And neither does Yakuza. I think this category is going to be used to give one of the Game of the Year nominees an award.
The one that doesn't get it?
Yeah. I think if Metaphor wins this category, it's not got a chance at Game of the Year. I think if Final Fantasy wins this category, it's not got a chance at Game of the Year. I hope Elden Ring wins this category. So it hasn't got a shot at chance of the year, a shot at Game of the Year because it doesn't deserve it. But I think Metaphor is going to win, and I kind of want to vote for Metaphor. but I really did like Final Fantasy VII. But a lot of people didn't. I always end up liking the ones that people don't. Metaphor was so good. I'm going to go Metaphor. And I think Metaphor will win this category, and I don't think it'll have a shot at Game of the Year after this. Sorry, Dragon's Dogma. Sorry, Yakuza. You tried. Alright. Best Action Adventure Game. This one. I wonder where you think I'm going to go with this one. The nominees are Astro Bot, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom.
Did you get around to Outlaws?
Nope.
I reckon you get a vote for Prince of Persia.
Yep. Prince of Persia, Lost Crown is so good. It's so good. And I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I'm like, do I even bother going back and doing a review? Like, the team that made it has already been broken up. They pitched a sequel and were told no. Like,
oh, man.
It was so good. And I hope it wins this award so it shows Ubisoft that they need to bring that team back together and they need to do a sequel. Because we don't get gems often. I hate the term hidden gem. I hate that term. I hate it so much because,
yeah,
you know, you see people be like, oh, bro, this game was a hidden gem. And I'm like, really? So many people talk about it. I think it's just an amazing game that maybe not a lot of people got to play. I don't think it's hidden, though. And Prince of Persia feels like a game that was talked about a lot, but people are purposely hiding it from themselves, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the Ubisoft controversy that they just, like, don't want to bring themselves to play something from Ubisoft right now. I totally understand. But the team made an amazing video game. They made a video game that we talk about wanting, and I think we need to play these games in order to show Ubisoft in the industry that this is the shortest sort of shit we want to see. We want to see innovation. We want to see classic genres of video games come back and have impact in a industry that is, like, at the moment just at the forefront. Like, everyone's trying to be AAA. And is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown AAA? I think they try to say it is. I don't think it is. But my God, like, it's like a AA game that I love, like a AAA game that plays like a AAA. Like, it's so good, so enjoyable. And that's why, like, it needs the vote. Like, it needs it. I haven't touched Outlaws yet. I will touch Outlaws. Like, I'm a Star Wars guy. I have to. And I'm sorry, Legend of Zelda. Like, this is probably the category you should win. But, like, I need Prince of Persia to win this category. So good.
A fair vote.
All right. Next, we have the best action game. For the best game in an action genre focused primarily on combat, the nominees are Black Myth: Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, Warhammer 40k, Space Marine 2.
Oh. Why is there no, like, best first-person shooter genre? You know what I mean? 'Cause I feel like that we could just put COD over there and it's all sorted.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What are you feeling?
Stellar Blade.
I support it. You
Stellar-
supported my Hellblade vote on the multiplayer one.
Stellar Blade deserves an award. And I can't wait to get to Game of the Year because there's been so many snubs this year. But, because, like, take out all the big booby anime stuff and the controversy around that and all that crap. It's such a good action game. It's so much fun. The boss fights are great. The moment-to-moment gameplay is really good. It deserves something. It deserves some recognition. Okay. Best VR/AR game for the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. The nominees are Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, Metro Awakening.
Can we even vote for this?
No, we can't.
Roger that.
We can't. I do want to try that Batman game in the Metro game, though. I'm not going to lie.
That's fair.
Best mobile game. For the best game playable on a mobile device. The nominees are AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, Weathering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero.
I have not played any of them. Have you?
I have, yes.
Oh, you play Pokemon, I know that.
I played Pokemon, I played Wuthering Waves, I played Zenless Zone Zero, and I dabbled in AFK Journey. The only one I haven't played is Balatro, which I will be playing before the Game Awards. Look, I don't think AFK Journey should be here. I don't think it's one of the best mobile games. That's personally, guys, leave me alone. And I don't think the Pokemon Pocket game deserves to be here either. I think it's too new for it to be in this category.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think it's too new. It's a great app. It's great. Like the battle system's great, but it's also very much like you open cards and you play a battle with 20 cards. It's very much like this is the only things you can do. Wuthering Waves is really cool. It's a gacha game that's trying to buck some trends, but also copy a lot of trends, which is fine. My vote goes to Zenless Zone Zero because that's probably where I put most of my time out of all these games. As far as mobile games go, so Zenless Zone Zero for me. But really sad that the Devil May Cry game wasn't here. Devil May Cry Peak of Combat wasn't here. That was also a really good mobile game this year. All right, best debut indie game. The nominees are Animal Well, Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, The Plucky Squire.
I thought Plucky Squire was like a PlayStation game.
No, that's an indie game.
Oh, there you go. I don't know. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Plucky Squire, but I would say anybody that wants to play a indie game that will make you go, "What the hell am I playing?" Pacific Drive is a great time.
Roger that.
Great time. But yeah, definitely Plucky Squire. Best independent game. For outstanding creativity, technology, achievement in games made outside the traditional publisher systems. The nominees are Animal Well, Balatro, Lorelei and the Laser Eye, Never, UFO 50. Look, yeah. Look, here's my thing. I don't think Balatro's gonna win Game of the Year. I think it should win this category because it's clearly had an impact on people.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's vote for it.
That's probably where the vote should go. Best community support. Recognize a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game update patches. Baldur's Gate 3 is the first nominee, and the others are Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky.
I will leave right now if we vote for No Man's Sky.
No, we're not voting for No Man's Sky. Hell no.
Great. That game does not. Anyway, we're not going there. I don't know, man. There's some good options there.
Yeah. I'm either Final Fantasy 14 or Helldivers.
It's up to you because I feel like Helldivers has definitely had some solid community support.
Yeah, but it's also had some controversy in that area as well.
Yeah, but I don't know if the controversy was as fair as it ended up being, but that's probably not the discussion for this episode.
Definitely, yeah, I was going to say, it definitely wasn't their fault.
No, and even if it was, like, they're pretty transparent about it, which I think matters a lot. So I don't mind. I just don't think Fortnite deserves it because it's in Fortnite's and Epic's wallet's interest to continue to support that game. You know what I mean? Like it's not. Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3, I don't really understand what sort of support it's getting, but it's great to see it there.
It's getting lots of patches.
Right, game's more popular this year than it was last year, so credit to them. I have no idea about Final Fantasy, so I'll let you make the call, but because I just got to veto No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky's out. I'll give it to Final Fantasy.
Fair.
They do a good job over there. Best ongoing awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. The nominees are Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2.
Man, might leave it to you again, to be honest.
Haven't dabbled in any of the new content for Diablo, so I can't go there. Fortnite I have, but again, that's like, it's in their best interest to continue to be ongoing with Fortnite. Plus, it's kind of like, it's like a multiplayer shooter. You know what I mean? Like
the problem is, if they don't support Final Fantasy for 10 minutes, that game will live. If they don't support Helldivers for 10 minutes, the game will live. If they don't support Fortnite for 10 minutes, the game will die. Like, it just doesn't have the same, like, it's at the point where I feel like Fortnite needs to be fed new stuff so often, and it works. I'm not criticizing it. The system works. You know, the game's very successful, obviously, but I
Do
just
we
don't think they're doing it because they love us.
where would you want to put this if you could? Would you veto Fortnite?
Yeah, I think I would veto Fortnite, to be honest.
I
I think it's got amazing ongoing support. I don't want to like pretend like it doesn't. It's just like that's the game though, you know.
Yeah, I would veto Destiny 2.
Yeah, I feel like everyone would.
Don't even know why
I
it's here.
think Diablo's gonna probably win it,
Mm.
but I don't really know enough. I don't really know enough about Final Fantasy either, so I'm happy to let you do the vote. But Helldivers 2 definitely deserves to be there, I will say.
Yeah, 100%. I will give it to Final Fantasy because I really do feel like they're cooking. Like they also
Yep.
just announced that the game's coming to mobile, so they're
Okay.
definitely cooking. Games for Impact for a thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message. The nominees are Close the Distance, Indika, Never, Life is Strange, Double Exposure, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, Tales of Kinserazao.
I'm yet to play any of them, sadly. I know Hellblade 2 is going to be good based on the first one in this area, but I haven't played it, so I can't comment.
I don't feel like we can vote for this one.
Yeah, fair.
Because all I've played is Tales of Kinzera, but I
I
feel
love it. Oh, sorry.
but I feel like there might be some more impactful games, like more impactful games than that in here. So
I love that this category exists.
great category. Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. Innovation and accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is the first nominee, followed closely by Diablo. My brain died. Diablo 4, Dragon Age: The Veilguard, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws.
Look, I know a lot of these games have done a lot of work in this category, but I don't know if I can vote because, like, probably not taking advantage of a lot of it.
I think Black Ops should get it.
Should we get it? Yeah, cool. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
some of the stuff they've done in terms of zombies and just like the stuff that they've done to make COD playable for everyone, especially in Black Ops, has to be commended.
And you got to like, and I think this is also that category where it's like for a game like Black Ops, they're going to spend more money doing it than they make.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
so it's like they don't like it's not in their wallet's interest to necessarily do it. I guess, but I think it's great that they do, and they should. They fucking should. Don't get me wrong.
They deserve the award for the simple fact that there are scary spider-like zombies in the game, and you can flick a switch to not make them scary spider-like zombies. It turns them into scary sperm with teeth that float around and chase you.
See, that's what makes accessibility that's what makes good accessibility is like we're not just catering to like one or two disabilities. We're catering to all sorts of disabilities, phobias,
Yep.
you know, like, you know, et cetera, et cetera, you know. So credit to them.
Yeah.
Credit to everyone on this list.
Good on them. Best performance awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance capture. The nominees are Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Hannah Tell for Life is Strange Double Exposure, see, I don't want to make her name up, but I'm going to say like Hemberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws, Luke Roberts for Silent Hill 2, and Melina Jurgens for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Look, I don't know if I can vote in this category, but based on all the behind the scenes videos I've watched of Hellblade, like just fucking incredible what they do there. But the problem is it is best performance, not best technology around the capture, so I don't think I should vote. But Hellblade, like, oh, good to see it on the list.
Yeah. I would like, with your permission, to give it
Vote
to Brianna White.
do it.
Because that game, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, her performance, there's one moment in particular that actually brought a tear to my eye. Like, it hit hard.
Vote it is then.
Oh, you should not be here. You're going to know exactly what I'm talking about in a second. Best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah.
The nominees are Astrobot, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
Look, without playing half of that fucking list, I would vote for Hellblade.
Yeah, I'll give it to Hellblade. COD should not be on this list. So.
God, why the fuck does Call of Duty get that? Yeah, okay, to be fair, the guns sound great and the effects sound high resolution and amazing and all that. But like, if I can't hear the enemy,
Yeah.
then like
I mean,
like you've got good mics in the Foley studio, great. But the technology behind the audio needs some fucking work.
it's like, are we saying that because of Warzone, or is Black Ops 6 audio just as bad as Warzone? It
Warzone's
feels
worse.
Warzone's terrible. It feels just as bad sometimes though, especially in
It's more
ranked.
important in Warzone. Like, the problem is
Yeah.
if I miss hearing someone in multiplayer and I get shot, oh well. Yeah, it sucks, but like, it's a free sport. You know what I mean? It's a game. But
Yeah.
Warzone, it's like, oh, there goes half an hour of my fucking life.
Oh, this one could cause an argument, and I want you to know that I have the mouse, so there's nothing you can do about it. Best score and music for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and/or licensed soundtrack. Astro Bot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor, ReFantazio, Silent Hill 2, Stellar Blade.
Nothing I would vote for is on that list, so it's all yours, mate.
Cool. What do you think I voted for?
I got no idea.
Really? If you know me, right? And looking at that list, like what out of all of that there, what do you think I'm actually what soundtrack? There's two games there in particular that the soundtracks I actually listen to weekly.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It could be anything though. Like I feel like Stellar Blade or Rebirth would
Okay,
be.
you got them both.
Okay.
Yeah. Which one do you think I'm listening to? Okay, so one of these games I'm listening to one song in particular on repeat from that game, but the other game I'm listening to almost every track.
I reckon Stellar Blade's got one song.
You are incorrect. The whole Stellar Blade soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah, nice.
The Final Fantasy VII, there's this particular song in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth that makes me want to fucking cry. But yeah,
I should have known actually. Yeah, that makes sense.
the Stellar Blade, oh my god, it bangs, bro. Like some of the boss themes, oh my god. Like I'd chuck on a boss theme when I vacuum, and I will fuck that floor up.
Yeah,
like it's so good, dude. It's so good. I used to listen to WoW music a lot for that. So yeah, the fact that I got Stellar Blade now, so good.
I'm glad the best score music is here. I don't feel like it's always in the Game Awards. Honestly, I would have voted for like either Helldivers 2 or even just the Black Ops 6 multiplayer menu music.
Raid in the Fire.
Raid in the Fire.
So good. Also, for best soundtrack, I feel like he gets snubbed a lot, but like the Sonic soundtracks, they bang. Like those games have great soundtracks.
You know what? No, actually, real talk. You know what's fucking missing from the best score music?
What?
Is the Lara Croft trilogy.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah.
That's music I listen to on a happy Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
That's great. Yeah, honestly. Best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. The nominees are Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, I almost said Shadow Ring, Elden of the Erdtree. Elden Ring, Shadow of Erdtree. Metaphor, ReFantazio, and Never.
Speaking of the Lara Croft trilogy, where is it on the art direction? You know what I mean? That game's beautiful.
That's fair.
Sad times.
Sad times at the El Royale.
It's a remake, so maybe that sort of...
didn't stop DLC from getting in here, so...
It's true. That's fucking true. Your call, mate.
I want to give it to Metaphor.
Let's do it.
That game's fucking gorgeous. But so's Never, which is... So it's hard. And so's Black Myth. And Astrobot looks great. What a good category full of great games that deserve to be here. Like, they all are really great. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. The nominees are Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Metaphor ReFantazio, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2.
What are you thinking?
Here's where I'm at. I don't want to give it to Final Fantasy because it's a remake. I don't want to give it to Silent Hill 2 because it's a remake. I don't want to give it to Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth because I don't think the story is the strong point of that game. Metaphor is awesome, but I don't think a lot of people are going to experience that story. Hellblade probably deserves it, but then there's also the thing of like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is, in a way, less of a remake, and that's where the Rebirth subtitle comes from, because it actually, like, at the very ending of Final Fantasy VII Remake, it does a thing that totally takes it off being a remake and its own brand new thing. So when Rebirth came out, there were a lot of questions of what was going to happen. A lot of the stuff in there is stuff that happened in the original game, but due to some circumstances and certain characters being introduced or reintroduced that weren't in the original, it's definitely gone off the rails of remake. But in saying that, I kind of want to give it to Hellblade.
I support that.
Because
it does take place directly after Hellblade 1, is my understanding.
That's good. Yeah, I think it deserves something, like, honestly.
Need to find some time over the Christmas break to fucking
dive into
that game. Yeah.
Best game direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. The nominees are Astrobot, Balatro, Black-Myth Wukong. So best game direction is Game of the Year nominees: Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio.
Yeah, true. What are you thinking?
I kind of want to give it to Astrobot. I haven't played Balatro. You know what I mean? So it's probably where the vote should go. I haven't played enough of Black Myth. So I think we'll give it to Astro. Because I think those other three games are going to get other categories.
Yeah.
Now we come to it. Game of the Year, recognizing a game and or DLC that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. I added words there, guys. Can you guess which ones? The nominees mate. The nominees are Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. And your DLC nominee is Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree.
I don't hate as much as other people that the DLC's there, but I do think the fact that it requires the base game, you know what I mean? Like, if it was an expansion on its own right, I think it'd be fine. I think it's just that requirement for the base game. I understand why people can't get past that.
Yeah.
What do you reckon's going to win?
Game of the Year?
Yeah. I honestly have no idea.
What I think is going to win, just because Jeff loves to suck their sack, is Elden Ring. My biggest problem with this is so many games were snubbed. Helldivers 2 should be here. Stellar Blade should be here. Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 should be here.
Lara Croft trilogy should be there.
I'm glad Astro's here. I'm glad Black Myth is here. I'm glad Metaphor's getting a shout out. I don't think Final Fantasy will win. I do think they're going to give it to Elden Ring. I'm going to shock you here.
Where we vote?
I think we should vote for Astro.
All right, let's do it.
There's also a part of me that wants to vote for Balatro, because wouldn't that just be the craziest thing to win Game of the Year?
I don't really know much about it.
It's like a card RPG, is what I've heard. Like,
interesting.
Like, apparently, like, it starts out like a fun little card game, and then a couple of hours in, you're literally sitting there doing math. You have a spreadsheet. You want to, it's. I'm looking forward to it. See, Black Myth would probably get it, but I haven't played enough of it. So yeah, I think Astrobot deserves it. So we have voted for Astrobot for the Game Awards Game of the Year. But don't worry, guys. The One Up Game Awards, when they happen, and no, I'm not paying Jeff for the use of the name. When they happen, we will put this right. We will put this right. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this week. We've done it. We've voted, Jack. You excited? Are you happy with the votes?
Yeah. Just would have loved to see PUBG in there a few bit more, but that's all right.
Best ongoing game, mate. They had a great update this year that made it playable. So I'm surprised that they didn't make it. But no, I think look, across the board, some great games getting some great nominations. My only real problem is with Game of the Year. I think a lot of games were snubbed for games that really probably didn't need to be there, and could easily have gotten wins in other categories that are way more deserving than the Game of the Year category overall. But in saying that, like I said, we will put this right. Get excited. Get excited. I can't wait to get one up to a point where we'll be like, hey guys, you help us vote. Like, you guys vote. We'll have the viewer category. Like, who do you guys think should win? But yeah, sick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. We will be back next week with our Game Awards predictions. Like, what's going to get announced? What's going to pop up? You know what I mean? What's going to win what? Oh, so much. But no, it should be fun. But yeah, we'll be back with that next week. So, ladies and gentlemen, I almost forgot. Jack, thank you for joining me, mate.
Thank you for having me.
Mate, anytime. Come back. We'll do it again next week. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, may all of your games be good ones, and we will catch you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.